In this video, I'm going to cover the weapon mods of the grenade launcher, and I'm going to show some overclock-free builds. To start, I'm going to cover the weapon mods that are more unique, complicated, or generally useless. In Tier 3, we have increased projectile speed. This mod can make it a little easier to aim on larger caves. In Tier 5, we have disabled inertia inhibitor, which makes your shot trajectory influenced by your movement. Both of these mods can be useful when combined with some overclocks, but are otherwise nearly useless. In Tier 5 again, we have Proximity Trigger. With this mod, the devil is in the details. Proximity Trigger makes your grenades bounce off the ground for a few seconds till it explodes or hits a bug. If you fire too close to yourself, it will just explode. It's most useful when you want to land a grenade in the middle of a horde of bugs on the ground, but there can be some problems with it. Sometimes the bugs can be spaced out in a way that makes this mod less effective. Also, it's possible to aim a grenade in this manner without using this mod, but it can be more difficult to do. The extra explosion radius of this mod does give you a slight edge against groups of Mactera. In conclusion, Proximity Trigger gives you an advantage by making it easier to land a shot in the middle of a horde of bugs, and it gives you a slight edge against groups of Mactera. However, you will lack consistency in overall effectiveness. This weapon build is excellent against groups of grunts, swarmers, and Mactera. And you can even kill guards and Trijaws with 1 or 2 shots, but there is a catch to that will be covered later in this video. For the build, you will need increased explosion radius, extra ammo, incendiary compound, the concussive blast, and spiky grenade. The first tier pick is somewhat negotiable with extra ammo, but extra explosion radius is more useful on higher hazard levels since you have to deal with larger hordes. Next, we'll take extra ammo for sustainability, and we don't really need the extra damage. In the third tier, we'll have the most essential mod, Incendiary Compound. This mod is the difference between killing a group of bugs with 1 shot versus 2 or 3 shots. Armor Breaker can be nice if you want to make it moderately easier to take down some tanky targets, but the usefulness of incendiary rounds far outweighs Armor Breaker. In Tier 4, we will be taking Concussive Blast. This is especially good when playing more defensive missions like Salvage Ops or Escort Duty. And it's great against Mactera because the stun mixed with the fire will stop Mactera from attacking and will kill standard Mactera before they have a chance to fire again. However, if you aren't a big fan of Salvage Ops and Escort missions, increased explosion radius is a perfectly good choice instead. In Tier 5, Spiky Grenade and Proximity Trigger are roughly equal options, but personally I prefer Spiky Grenade. To wrap things up, earlier in this video I mentioned that you can kill guards and Trijaws in 1 or 2 shots, but there's a catch to that, and that you don't need extra damage mods to do this. Here's the catch. When an enemy is on fire, it acts as a heat source for other enemies. Meaning, killing guards and Trijaws in 1 or 2 shots is dependent upon the size of the group. For guards, you can generally eliminate them in 2 shots, if they are in a fairly dense group of around 15 to 20 bugs. For Trijaws, you can generally eliminate them in 1 shot, if they are in a group of around 15 Mactera. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about the grenade launcher, please leave them in the comments and I will answer them as best I can.